Now, the next inductee was born in Queensland 105 years later. That's after George, and is undoubtedly another worthy inductee and also another great all-rounder. Ian Healy played in 119 Test matches for Australia, scored 4,356 runs at 27.39 with 400s and 22 50s, and took 366 catches and made 29 stumpings. And as we all know, this number would have been a hell of a lot higher had he had the benefit of the third umpire the whole time. Ian also played 168 one-day matches where he scored another 1764 runs and took a further 194 catches and 39 stumpings. In first-class cricket, he amassed nearly 8,500 runs at a tad over 30 and made 767 dismissals. That's just a fantastic record. Ian made a meteoric rise to his post as the Aussie stumper. He came from just 6 first-class games for Queensland to be chosen for the 1988 Australian Tour of Pakistan. Australian selector Greg Chappell said, "Now this bloke is not a bad keeper, pretty good bloke, and I reckon he'll be around for a while." He was right. The 1990s belonged to Heels as his career developed. He became the best gloveman in world cricket and forged an outstanding relationship with 2 of the great bowlers of all time, Glenn McGrath and, of course, Shane Warne. His work up to the stumps to Shane Warne was of the highest order and was admired by all, but may I say, particularly by fellow keepers. He was a most reliable number 7 batsman and was at his most dangerous with the bat when the team was in trouble. And I'm sure his batting average of 27 and a bit would have been a heck of a lot higher had he not lost his wicket in the quest for quick runs to get the team in a better position on many an occasion. Ian was chosen in the ACB's Team of the 20th Century and was also recognised as one of Wisden's 5 Cricketers of the Year in 1994. Heels retired in 1999 but has been heavily involved in the game ever since. He's currently a commentator with the Nine Network, and he's also on the board of the Australian Cricketers Association. And of course Ian was, as we've heard earlier, the president of that association for 5 years between 2001 and 2006. On a personal note, I'm delighted to have another keeper in the club, and I'm sure Jack Blackham, up there somewhere, would be as well. Heels, you've been fantastic, mate. Good on you.
Gone! Fine catch by Healy. Beautiful taken. What a magnificent catch.
To my mind, his ability to mentor just through his work ethic, and even though he was the kind of ugly duckling of wicket keeping when he first got picked, he developed and progressed through pure hard work, guts and determination.
That's off the back of the bat, and he's caught behind, and that is a brilliant catch.
Why he was so good, it was just the way he went about it. You know, just the way the ball went into his hand. He very, very rarely missed anything, but he made stumpings as well. He made catches. He was a wonderful guy to play with, and to have him behind the stumps when you're standing at the top of your mark, you always felt pretty confident.
Oh, that's a good piece of work from Ian Healy.
You know, that passion, real passion of playing for Australia. You know, would put his body on the line all the time and just loved every minute of it. And sing the team song and sort of everything you do for the team. Great team man.
There's the 150 for Ian Healy.
When I think of Heels, I think of a great balance of a competitor and a guy who enjoyed his cricket. In Port Elizabeth, I'll never forget him hitting a 6 to win the game off Hansi Cronje when the change rooms was on edge, and to see him come off the ground with that big cheesy grin of Heels and to spend a number of hours that night enjoying a number of beers with him is a memory I'll have for a lifetime.
And he got him. So Healy's got his 356th catch. He breaks the record of Rod Marsh. What a moment for Ian Healy.
And to see him in the Hall of Fame, you know, I think it's perfect for Heels, not only as a cricketer but as a person as well.
Healy inspires the Australians once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Mr. Ian Healy to the Australian Cricket Hall of Fame. you.
Thanks, mate. Oh, thanks, Rod. It's a very good thing to have your hero that you grew up watching on television and forced you into wicket keeping probably to present this. It's a very special moment, that's for sure. It was that day in Port Elizabeth that is a special memory in my mind as well that Tubby was talking about. I didn't realise and I didn't think the dressing room should be so nervous when I was out there batting. You know, when Michael Bevan got out, when I was the first ball I was out there, he got out, and I thought to myself, oh, we're in a bit of trouble here. And then Warney came out to bat and he said, I can't feel my legs. That's when I knew the dressing room was a bit nervous. But we got there, that's for sure. I'm pleasantly confused about this award. You know, I can still feel the concrete. I can still smell the surrounds. I can still see the upturned netting at the Billawheeler Primary School nets where I grew up and learnt all my cricket. And to have the contrast from that to what, you know, the sport recognising my career tonight is, you know, in its extreme. It's unbelievable, really, and unfathomable. But I thank cricket for that. Cricket has given me everything. I think I'd be the first inductee to be able to say that. Previous inductees have, you know, played with mainly supportive employers. They've played with a lot of pride. They've played with the same performance and a baggy green. And they've achieved great mates out of it. But cricket has given our era and our generation a lot more than that. So I thank Cricket Australia immensely for that. My parents, you know, it's unbelievable that the amount of time my parents spent in cars getting all the boys and my sister around sport in the country, and the amount of time they spent dipping into their wallets and selling raffle tickets is unbelievable. And again, it's just such a far cry from being here tonight. And I thank them, my parents-in-law, my wife, and our kids, to put a support structure around my career that allowed me to commit to my career without any distractions is unbelievable. And I love you. To teammates and coaches at all level, from under nines right up through cricket, and my mentors and heroes as Bacchus is. I thank you also for the memories we've had, the great times we've had, the stress we've shared. There's a lot of stress involved when form is poor, and the memories are just unable to be forgotten. My first memory of international cricket was getting knocked over at the Gabba, running off the field, having patted Keith Stackpole on the back, making 207. And, you know, that's another memory that seems like yesterday, but, you know, I'm here tonight. I'm pretty sure I don't feel good enough and I don't feel ready, but I don't think there's one inductee that probably feels that way anyway. So it's a great privilege to be here tonight, and I thank the MCC, whose initiative the Hall of Fame is, Cricket Australia and the Australian Cricketers Association for you know, the ongoing support of this night and the game itself. And of course, I'd like to thank you know cricket, because this is big. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Ian Healy. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Healy.